Hi, thanks for checking out this video. I normally don't upload review videos of tools and things that we use, but I'm just a repair guy that works on electric fence equipment and cattle scales and low bars for people all over the United States. And we're an independent shop, but we use hand tools all the time. And one of the electric tools we use is this tool right here. It's a Metabo HPT model DB3DL2. We've had this tool for about 3 years. I've had this, and where I used to work at, we used a Hitachi brand. I think Metabo bought out Hitachi like 3 or 4 years ago or something like that, and they had a Hitachi 3DL something, I don't know what it was called, but we had that thing for like 10 years or 8 years. We had that thing for a long time there. I think they're probably still using it. We had gone through Black and Decker, some cheap little Craftsman, little cheap little thing, because they didn't want to spend any money on something decent. So I finally talked him into buying the Hitachi one because I wanted to try it out. It looked good, felt good. The warranty was nice on it. So when I went off on my own, I was like, I had a DeWalt cordless screwdriver. Battery powered one. Was an older, so like 9.6 or 6 point, I don't know what it was, 6 point something. It was a NICAD one. It worked fine. It was just kind of clunky. So I went online and tried to find the Hitachi one. I was like, I'll just buy that one. Hell with it. I'll just buy that one. I liked it. So I couldn't find the Hitachi one, but I found the Metabo version. When I found out Metabo bought them out, I said, well, Metabo's a pretty good company. I'm sure they're going to make the drill just as good. And basically it's the same thing as Hitachi, just with Metabo's name on it now. But I absolutely love this tool. This thing is awesome. It's not cheap. I mean, it's not super expensive. It's like you can find on Amazon for like 60 to 80 bucks. Type in Metabo HPT or Metabo DB3DL2. They're between 60 and 80 bucks. They come with the drill, screwdriver deal, 2 batteries. It's a 3.6 volt lithium ion, 2 batteries and a battery charger. So I've always got the other battery on charge. And this one starts getting low, I swap it out, put this one in there and charge it while I'm, switch over to the new battery. And we use this thing every single day, multiple times, taking things apart, putting things, installing things, putting things back together, all that stuff. And I love it. It's real easy. You can either hold it like this. The button's real easy to, it's right there. It's real easy to, as you're screwing it, you put your thumb right on there to loosen it or tighten it or whatever. It's got a high speed and a low speed. I don't use the low speed too often unless I'm trying to put in a screw that's wanting to be stubborn and I'm spinning too fast and maybe I need a little more torque. I'll crank the clutch up on there so it doesn't, stop spinning when it locks. You get to a hard spot. You crank the chuck up a little bit, put on low speed, and you can slow it down. It gives a little more torque, slows it down. You can put it in there a little easier, a little better. About the only time I ever use the low speed. Any time it's on high speed and just buzz things in there, pull things out. It's I think it's good quality. I think the warranty on it's either lifetime warranty or like a 10-year warranty. It's something like that. I don't remember. I never had to send this in for repair or replacement or whatever. We've had this thing, like I said, 3 or 4 years now, and it's used daily. I mean, we use it every day, all the time. I really like it. So if you're looking for one, you want something that's compact, it's easy to use, it's not real heavy, something you can do a lot of repairs and remove tools, even if you want something around the house. I mean, this is not that expensive and it's good quality. It's not a cheap Black and Decker thing or a Skill branded thing. It's a good quality. It's got feel like it's got a good gear mechanism motor up inside here. I've never had any problem with it. Every time I go to use it, it's ready to go. And as much as I use this, that little battery lasts me about a week before I got to change it out. And like I said, I use this every day, probably 5 to 6 days a week. It's in my hand doing something multiple times a day. So, a battery lasts a pretty good while for as much as I use it. I'm surprised it lasts as long as it does. But swap batteries around and then just keep on plugging along. So I highly recommend it. We're not sponsored by this. I bought this thing myself, but the cheapest place I've been able to find them is on Amazon. If I can think of it, I don't have an Amazon affiliate thing, but I'll put a link down in the description if you want to click on it. And if you got Amazon Prime, you can buy it. Sometimes they're on sale for $50, but they're usually between $60 and $80. I think I paid $69.99 or $79.99 for this. But it's for as much as we use it, it's held up just fine. I've had no complaints at all. It's got a quick speed to it. Spins pretty fast. Even on low speed, it's got pretty, it's even still pretty decent decent on low speed, but on fast speed it's pretty good. I kind of switch between this. I use it like this most times. It's kind of a gun-shaped one, or you can snap it like that, and just you can hold it like this if you need to get down in a tighter spot. I see even got a little bright light on. I don't use a light that often because it's pretty well lit in the shop here, but it's got a nice white LED. So if you need to, if it's a dark spot, you need to get into a dark hole looking for something, you can see where you're going. So I think the original ones were yellow, but sometime they went over to a white light. The original ones had a yellow light. The one we had at work, the old Hitachi one, was a yellow light. The earlier version that we had there at the old place we used to work at. So, but I like this, so I don't know, look it up. If you're looking for a good electric screwdriver, this would be a good one to use for all kinds of things. All right, well, that's it.